What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome to today's video. I hope you guys like the way my background is looking. We did some moving around the house, but honestly, this video is not about this. This video is about when is it better to train morning versus evening versus night. And I'm gonna talk about this, man. What the science says, what the recent studies say, all the good stuff that you guys wanna be interested in. I'm gonna also talk when it's preferable to train, like I said. I'm gonna talk about when you wanna train different impactful performance, when you train at night versus when you train during the morning time. And yeah, this is gonna be it, guys. I hope you guys gonna like it. And if you think this video is gonna be good and juicy, click the like button, smash subscribe, and leave a positive comment, guys. Thanks in advance. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So honestly, guys, honestly, it comes down to personal preference, what you can stick to over a long period of time when you want to train, like if you want to train during morning versus evening. So what's better for you? What do you prefer doing, and what fits your schedule better, and what's more flexible, honestly? In this comes down to personal preference, and your motivation is gonna depend on this. So if you like more training in the morning, then train in the morning. You know, if you like more at night, train at night. Personally, throughout college, I used to train at night all the time, anywhere from 3 to 5 a.m. Sometimes I would finish my workout at 7 and see the morning people. There was absolutely another level, man. So yeah, personal preference. And if you decide to switch from AM to PM training, you gotta keep in mind that performance is gonna be mostly unaffected. So because morning training is harder and PM training is easier, you have more food in you usually, so it's gonna be way easier on you, easier psychologically, and yeah, that's what the studies have found. So the performance is gonna be mostly unaffected. However, if you switch from PM to AM training, you can expect performance to plummet a little bit, especially if you're doing strength exercises like 1 rep maxes and all that type of stuff. Or like 3 rep maxes, you know, just going really high up there in terms of like intensity. You're ramping up your intensity higher, so you're gonna lose about 5 to 10% of your strength in the first 5 weeks of training. So keep that in mind, you know. So try not to be fasted in the morning. Completely fasted is a bad idea. Like I said, you wanna be having at least 80 grams of carbs in your system if you train in the morning. Ideally more, but honestly I find most people and most of my clients are struggling to get more than 80 grams of carbs at once, and so they can get in the gym faster after they eat, like an hour, like 1 hour and a half to 2 hours sometimes. So just keep that in mind also. So yeah, your strength will decrease from 5 to 10%. But for volume work, it's mostly unaffected. Like unless you're completely fasted, then yeah, it's gonna be affected, but it's also gonna be individual, you know, how you're feeling and all that type of stuff. So yeah, try not to train fasted, and if you train fasted or not fasted for that matter, then your strength performance is gonna be affected from 5 to 10%. So honestly, what I would personally do if I would train in the morning, the first 5 weeks, like when your performance is down, I would adjust my training accordingly. So like I would do a little bit more volume on those days when I train, let's say, when I have like my strength work and my strength is down, I would add in a little bit more volume, like on squats, on bench press, whatever I'm doing. And yeah, so it kind of balances everything out, and I'm actually getting most bang for my buck in my training sessions. So if you have, let's say, a powerlifting meet, right? It is not a very good idea, let's put it this way, to let's say it's in the morning, right? And you're not used to training in the morning, you're used to training in the evening. So what you want to do is actually get in at least few sessions in the morning, so you're used to it, so your performance is better. And yeah, that's the whole point, what I'm advising you here. But ideally, it's gonna last from like 5 weeks, you know. You would start preparing in the morning, training in the morning. So yeah, man. So guys, to conclude everything, adjust your training accordingly to your performance. First point. Comes down to personal preference, for the most part, what you can stick to over a long period of time. Second point. Third point is keeping in mind the performance will plummet a little bit if you switch PM to AM training. Yeah, especially if you're fasted. I don't recommend training fasted at all. and try to get at least 80 grams of carbs in the morning when you're completely fasted. Or if you can't get 80 grams in the morning, try to eat most of your carbs the night before, so you have like more carbs in your system and you can actually perform somewhat decently, you know, comparing to completely fasted. And last but not least, if you have a powerlifting meet, try to start preparing in advance. Try to get a few morning sessions in at least prior to it, so you're used to morning training. And guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks. Check this bicep out, baby. Stay buff.